Shout out to TLP Sports Club, baby.
BWB is hard.
Shout out BWB.
BWB, bandwagon buffs.
BWB, baby.
Shout out to bandwagon buffs. Shout out to TLP Sports, man. Let's talk.
TLP Sports, man.
Buff Nation, what up? BWB, my bandwagon buffs. What it is, what it does, and what it's gonna be. It's your man's Harry Billion. Welcome to the Liberian Perspective. Family, do me a favor and smash that subscribe button. Make sure to give me the thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so that you can get the video as soon as I drop it on YouTube. And always look right here in this corner where you can get your BWB merch and rep the most educated, well-informed, least delusional fan base in all, and I mean all, of college football. Don't buy the hype. Buy BWB. Bandwagon buffs. All right, family, I gotta go ahead and get into this video right now, so that's all the business I got. You know what time it is. Let's work. Of course, the editing time and the release time is gonna be different, but as of the recording of this video, we have 51 more days until kickoff. As you guys know, I'm doing this new series, Men Lie, Coaches Lie, but these numbers don't lie. We are going straight down the schedule for the 2023 season. We are doing the numbers for the offensive line and the defensive line. So in this video, we're going to be talking about Nebraska's offensive line and their defensive line. We're doing the total of their offensive line's height, and then we're doing the total weight of the offensive line. And then we're also going to throw in the same numbers for the defensive line, their total height and their total weight, and then we're going to average them out. But before we get into those numbers, as I promised, I asked you guys who knew my ending statement. I really appreciate all of those who chimed in. A lot of people don't have the time to finish the videos all the way to the end, so most people don't know what I say at the end of my videos to close my videos out. So we're having a little bit of fun. I said in the last video that I was going to give a shout out to those who chimed in. All right, so my ending statement goes like this. I'm going to leave it right there. You know who I am. I'm Harry B, and that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Brah. That is the ending statement. So let's go ahead and go to the comments and see who came the closest on those statements. Let's go. I'm going to go ahead and put on your screen, and then we can have a little bit of fun before we get into this video. If I can't read these handles, y'all going to have to forgive me. You know how I do with these names. You know I don't be doing too well with these names, so I'll try my best. Some people just create YouTube channels just to watch the videos. They're not YouTubers. YouTube is now using handles, so they automatically put a number at the end of your name or at the end of your handle. You can actually go and delete that number if you don't want that number to be attached to your handle. Just log into your YouTube studio, go to your handle, and you can change that. The first one I'm going to put on your screen, Haskell Gray 4460. All right, so if you pronounce it Haskell Gray, this is what they said, and that's the Liberian Perspective. That's close. Moving on to the next one. The next comment we have is All Love 8587. I think they were trying to explain what the red shirt freshman was. I did a whole video already about the different colors so you will understand what a red shirt, a green shirt, gray shirt, all of those is on the channel. You can actually go on the channel and you can read that. But yeah, I wasn't necessarily trying to explain what the red shirt was or what a red shirt does. I was just trying to say they had an R next to their name. So I was trying to figure out what that R meant, red shirt freshman, or if that R meant red shirt. But this is what they said about the ending. You know who I am. I'm Harry B, and that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Brah. As per closed caption CC, LOL. Game over. I don't know if they went to the video and said it or they watched the videos all the way to the end, but salute to All Love. I appreciate you watching the video all the way to the end to be able to get that. Hopefully you actually watch one of the videos all the way to the end. I really don't expect everybody to watch all of the videos all the way to the end. If you do it, I really appreciate that. All right, we're moving on to the next one. Shout out to I'm Proving Girl Life. I believe that's what it is. I'm Proving GUR Life. So shout out to you. And that was the Liberian Perspective. Blah da. All right. Yo, shout out for that. I appreciate you. Moving on to the next one. Shout out to Mont Collins. This said, this is Harry Billion Blow, Big Ed. I don't know what that means, but shout out to you for trying. Thank you. Shout out to Smurf Blue. I'm not going to say the number because the number is just a number that YouTube adds to the end of every YouTube handle. Thank you so much for watching. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club. Bada. That was very good. Shout out to Smurf Blue. I really appreciate you. All right. The next one I want to say shout out to Jay Simpson. This said Liberian perspective. Thank you for watching the videos to the end. I really appreciate you, Jay Simpson. All right. The next person that tried it was Lottie Howard, and that's the Liberian perspective. Lottie Howard, I appreciate you. Thanks for watching the video to the end. All right. The next one is Carton Matthew, and Carton says, and that's the Liberian perspective. Really close. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I really appreciate you. You really help the algorithm to push these videos. Thank you. The next one we got is Pick Up the Sword and Willing To. And that's the Liberian perspective. Brda. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I really appreciate you for supporting the channel. The next one is right there on your screen. That's T Lodi or T Lottie. I appreciate you. This is what they said. It's your man's Harry Billion. And that's the Liberian perspective from TLP Sports. That was a good effort. That was a really good effort. I thank you for supporting this channel and watching the videos all the way to the end. Thank you, T Lottie or T Lodi. Next one on the screen, Crazy03 East. Crazy03 East said, and that right there was the Liberian perspective. That was very close. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I appreciate you watching the video to the end. Salute. Our next person, Carolyn Ray. I am Harry B, and that right there was the Liberian perspective. TLP Sports Club. Boo, 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 boo. Bye. Salute to Carolyn Ray. Thank you so much for supporting the channel and watching the videos to the end. Appreciate it. All right, guys. So I want to thank everyone for chiming in. I want to thank you for your support. I really want to thank you for making this channel a special channel. I try to bring a lot of information. I try to keep it interesting. Every time you click on that content, you will get something new and refreshing. So men lie, coaches lie, but these numbers don't. This is Nebraska. First, we're going to do the offensive line. We're going to do their total height, their total weight, and then we're going to give you the average. I'm going to tally the numbers as we go along. So on one side of your screen, you're going to see the height. On the other side of your screen, you're going to see the total weight. I'm going to add a plus on the next number. So as I say the height, you will see the numbers go up. Each time I add a weight, you'll see that number also change. And then at the end, at the top of your screen, you will get the average height and then the average total weight. Most universities' websites, when they give you the roster, Nebraska fans or Nebraska University, if you're listening, you might want to put sort by position there, because you have A to Z, then you have Z to A, you have jersey number ascending and then descending. If you put sort by position, then we can go in there and then just get the offensive line and the defensive line. That's a very useful feature or tool to have on your roster page. So if anybody from Nebraska is listening, it'll be very helpful if you guys can put that on your website, not just for people like me doing videos, but for the fans. The fans actually like this type of information. They don't want to have to go through the whole page to try to get a specific part of the roster. But anyways, it is what it is. I got to work a little bit harder to try to get the offensive guys and get the defensive guys, but I'm going to do it just for you. BWB Nebraska fans, whoever's watching, let's go. All right, so our first offensive lineman is Hunter Anthony. He's 6'6", 325 pounds. He's a senior from Tuttle, Oklahoma. He went to Tuttle High School. He's transferring from Oklahoma State. Our next offensive lineman got a mean mug, boy, number 54 on your screen. That's Bryce Benhart. Bryce Benhart is 6'9", 315 pounds. He's a junior from Lickville, Minnesota. All right, he went to Lickville North. Our next offensive lineman is going to be Turner Cochran. Johnny Cochran is spelled a little differently. This one could be Corcoran. Translation says Cochran, so we're going to go with Cochran. So if you are familiar with this last name, help me out in the comments. But anyways, Turner is 6'6", 300 pounds. He's a junior from Lawrence, Kansas. Next offensive lineman, he is number 51 on your screen. His name is Justin Evans Jenkins. He's 6'1", 290 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman from East Orange, New Jersey, from Irvington. All right, our next offensive lineman, they have him either on the offensive line or the defensive line. Mason Goldman. He is 6'5", 260 pounds. He is a freshman. He's from Gretna, Nebraska. Went to Gretna High School. We're moving on to our next player. That's going to be number 77. Looks a little rough. Now I understand why some people don't have photos. Okay. Fix that hair, man. Gunnar Gartula. Gunnar Gartula is 6'5", 300 pounds. He's a freshman from Lincoln, Nebraska. Went to Southeast High School. All right, guys, so I'm having to go through this thing. I'm having to just scroll down and then look for OL. So if something misses my eyes, please forgive me, guys. Unfortunately, this is how Nebraska has it. Matt, don't rule Jack. Don't play with me. Next offensive lineman that we have from Nebraska is Jacob Hood. He is 6'8", 345 pounds. He's a redshirt redshirt freshman from Nashville, Tennessee. He went to Hillsborough High School. He's transferring in from Georgia. If he's a redshirt freshman, how he's transferring in, whether he jump into the transfer portal right after the season and he's redshirting, I don't know how that's going to work. If he's a freshman, tell me how he's a redshirt freshman, but he's transferring from Georgia. Somebody tell me the technicalities of that. Moving right along to our next offensive lineman, Brock Knutson, and he's 6'7", 300 pounds. He's a freshman from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, Scottsbluff High School. This guy right here, I don't know what's going on with his face. He's not an offensive lineman. Now I know why these people don't be submitting photos. It's like, are you ready? Huh? Anyways, moving right along, guys. Our next offensive lineman, that's Henry Lutovsky, and he's 6'6", 310 pounds. He's a sophomore from Crawfordsville, Iowa, Mount Pleasant High School. Next offensive lineman, that's Riley Moses, number 53. He's 6'2", 290 pounds. He's a junior from Fairmont, Nebraska. He went to Fillmore Central High School. Our next offensive lineman is number 57. He looks just like daddy. Ethan Piper is 6'2", 295 pounds. He's a junior from Norfolk, Nebraska. He went to Norfolk Catholic. Our next offensive lineman is number 61. He's Dylan Parrott, is 6'5", 340 pounds. He's a redshirt freshman from Eldridge, Iowa. He went to North Scott High School. Our next offensive lineman is number 62, looking serious. His name is Ben Scott. He's 6'5", 300 pounds. He's a junior from Honolulu, Hawaii. He went to St. Louis High School. He is transferring in from Arizona State. Our next offensive lineman his name is Noradine Norley. Glasses, the curly hair, and the smile. He's 6'4", 315 pounds. He's a senior from Frankfurt, Germany. He went to Norris High School, and he is transferring in from Colorado State. All right, our next offensive lineman is number 65, Teddy Prochaska. He is 6'10", 320 pounds. He's a sophomore from Elkhorn, Nebraska. He went to Elkhorn South High School. Our next player, he is number 67, and his name is Joey Mancino, and if you're Italian, then it'll be Joey Mancino. He is 6'3", 280 pounds. He's a sophomore. He is from Homedale, New Jersey. He went to Homedale High School. Next offensive lineman, that's going to be Keegan Menning. He is 6'5", 325 pounds. He's a sophomore from Fremont, Nebraska. He went to Fremont High School. Our next offensive lineman is number 76, Bo Shala. He's 6'2", 270 pounds. He's a sophomore from Waukee, Iowa. Went to Waukee High School. Next offensive lineman, Eli Simonson. He's 6'6", 295 pounds. He's a sophomore from Fremont, Nebraska, and he went to Archbishop Bergen. Our next offensive lineman, he's going to play either offensive line or the defensive line. His name is Jason Machinzek, and he's 6'3", 320 pounds. He's a freshman from Peoria, South Dakota, and he went to T.F. Riggs High School. Our next offensive line is going to be Grant Seagren. He is 6'6", 250 pounds. He's a freshman from Oakland, Nebraska. He went to Oakland Craig. Our next offensive lineman is Sam Sledge. He is 6'3", 285 pounds. He's a freshman from Omaha, Nebraska. He went to Creighton Prep. And of course, right there, you see the coaching staff led by Matt Donru Jack, looking like he's about to transform into a vampire and bite somebody and take some red blood. Stop playing with me. All right, so right now we're going to go ahead and tally up our numbers. You see the final numbers right there. You see the total height, okay, and then our total weight is 6,630 pounds. And then we're going to give you our average height, and our average height is
6'4" tall.
Now we're going to give you our average total weight. What is our average weight for the Nebraska Cornhuskers offensive line?
301 pounds.
So those are the numbers for the Nebraska Cornhuskers offensive line. Let's move on right now to our defensive line. Let's go. So our first defensive lineman, number 16 on your screen, Elijah Judy. He is 6'3", 300 pounds. He's a sophomore from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He went to Northeast High School, and he is transferring from Texas A&M. Our next defensive player, his name is Princewell Millen. Princewell is 6'4", 230 pounds. He's a freshman from Austin, Texas. He went to to Manor High School. Our next defensive lineman, number 72, Nash Hudmacher. He is 6'4", 330 pounds. He's a junior from Okoma, South Dakota, graduated from Chamberlain High School. Our next defensive lineman is number 80, Jacob Herbeck. He is 6'5", 260 pounds. He's a junior from Grand Island, Nebraska, graduated from Central Catholic High School. Next defensive lineman is number 86 with the dreadlocks. He is AJ Rollins. He is 6'6", 220 pounds. He's a sophomore from Omaha, Nebraska, graduated from Creighton Prep. Our next defensive lineman is number 87. His name is Brody Tagaloa. He is 6'3", 260 pounds. He is a redshirt freshman from Pittsburgh, California. He went to De La Salle High School. Our next defensive lineman, he is number 88, Ruquin Buckley. He is 6'6", 290 pounds. He's a sophomore, Wyoming, Michigan, Godwin Heights High School. Our next defensive lineman, number 91, Cameron Lenhart. He is 6'3", 245 pounds. He's a freshman from Staten Island, New York. What up, son? Shaolin, what up? Calm down, Harry B. Graduated from the IMG Academy in Florida. Our next defensive lineman is Kai Wallen. He is 6'5", 235 pounds. He's a sophomore. He's from Sacramento, California. He is from Jesuit High School, transferring in from American River Community College. Our next defensive lineman is number 97, Blaze Gunnarsson. He is 6'6", 250 pounds. He's a sophomore from Carroll, Iowa. Blaze graduated from Kemper Catholic. Our next defensive lineman is number 99. His name is Ty Robinson. He is 6'6", 310 pounds. He's a junior from Gilbert, Arizona, graduated from Higley High School. Our next defensive lineman his name is Vincent Carroll Jackson. He is 6'5", 270 pounds. He's a freshman from Harrisburg, PA. He graduated from Central Dauphin East. Our next defensive lineman is Swa Lefutu. He is 6'4", 300 pounds. He's a freshman from Bellflower, California. Went to St. John Bosco High School. Our final defensive lineman from the Nebraska Cornhuskers, derogatory Cornhuskers. Yeah, Nebraska fans, go ahead and get mad at me. You don't even understand your history. Anyway, his name is Riley Van Poppel. He is 6'5", 275 pounds. He's a freshman from Argyle, Texas. Argyle High School. So our total height for the Nebraska Cornhuskers defensive line is
90.5.
All right, so let's go ahead and tally those numbers and give you the average height of the Nebraska Cornhuskers defensive line.
6'4", 4 inches tall.
And now we're going to take the total weight and we're going to divide that by the total number of defensive linemen on the Huskers team. And that average number is
269 pounds.
So in the next video, I'm going to do Colorado's roster. That way we can start comparing our numbers versus the other teams going forward. The purpose of these videos, the season is about to start. I want you guys to be able to put into perspective our competition. What are we going against? And then also, guys, you get to see some of these players' faces. You get to know some of these players. Now you know where they're from, some of the high schools they come from, where they're transferring from. So you get to see all of these things. So I'm giving you that kind of information so that you can familiarize yourself with these players. And then at the end of the day, we're just going to be more informed than the normal fans because we're getting to know our competition. So I hope you appreciate that information. I hope you appreciate this video and the series that I'm doing. If you do, please let me know in the comments. I do appreciate your feedback and thank you for watching. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to leave it right there. You know who I am. I'm Harry B. And that right there was the Liberian Perspective. That's TLP Sports Club.